HyperMine.
G'day fellow miners and welcome back to HyperMine and episode 3 in my Road to Nuclear Power series. Today's episode we're going to have a look at a few things. First thing we're going to look at is the helium processor. It is pretty much complete. As you can see, I've prettified it by placing some facades and so forth on the front of it to cover up piping. As you can see, the piping is back there, and it's working. It's working quite well. I've just got a bunch of coal in there because I need coal for the bit of lag. I need coal for the isotopes. Now, this is the other thing I worked on. I have put together the first reactor chamber or reactor room. As you can see, it's all complete. I took down the scaffolding. I was actually thinking of leaving the so much lag for some reason. I was actually thinking of leaving the scaffolding up, but then I thought maybe if I made iron scaffolding it might look cool, but you know, I might look at that at another point. So we have these two spots here that as you can see are kind of entrances, and I was a bit worried because this is only one thick, so there's only really between, like, there's a hole here and then one thick glass, so I decided to add a slight buffer of an extra panel of glass, because it could be that if this blows it might blow out that single layer of glass, reinforced glass, and possibly do some damage out here. I'm not sure, but I want to err on the side of safety. And realistically, this is the breeder reactor, so nothing should actually happen with the breeder reactor. But we can have a look over here. This is the control panel. It's a Mark 1 EA breeder, and if we flick this switch and then we flick this switch, you can see the reactor is now on, but because there's nothing in the reactor, it's not doing anything. So the reactor is empty, so therefore there's no reaction going on. And if we just turn one of these switches off, it'll go into the off. So I've just got the reactor sensor location card in there, a couple of range upgrades, because the range on these information panels is 8 blocks, and because that's greater than 8 blocks away, you need to extend it with those extenders. It's more than 16 blocks, so it needed 2. I was just about to place in the components needed to feed this reactor the isotopes, and that is going to be an advanced buffer. And the advanced buffer is the one that I told you that inserts something to a specific slot, and this is kind of lagging a bit for some reason, maybe because the world was saving. So I want to input this to slot 22, which is this slot here. This is slot 22, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And then you're going to get so much clicking from my stupid keyboard. I had to figure out a way to control the input for these isotopes because they don't stack. And I initially had, now I want to get, I believe over here I have a large buffer, advanced buffer, advanced translocate, large electric buffer, yes. So I want to have a large electric buffer at the end here, and a large electric buffer is essentially like a hopper but can handle up to 27, it has 27 slots in it, so it'll handle 27 stacks, or in this case it'll hold 27 single isotopes. Then I'm going to use, we need to do this, I'm going to use these small buffers, and these small buffers are just a single slot. So they just hold a single. This is going to be kind of difficult to do. I need to break some more glass. I did use my... I didn't use my silk touch pick. Dang it! Alright. Okay, so we can see that all the arrows are pointing towards that direction now. I want to replace that glass before I continue. Yep, I still have some reinforced glass. This stuff is really expensive. It takes to make 7 reinforced glass takes 2 of this advanced alloy, and the advanced alloy is made. A single advanced alloy is made with 3 bronze, 3 tin, and 3 refined iron. Oh, brain freezing up there. So we're going to make a little path of these things, and I need to get the positioning right on these. There we go. So they're all going up. They'll feed into that one. That will feed that way, and then it will feed into this advanced. This electric buffer, which will then feed the advanced buffer, which will then feed the middle slot of the reactor. And then I need to continue this on, so I need some more. Oh, I need to go and get some more. Ugh, I'm running low on reinforced stone. I've probably wasted quite a bit of it, like falling off this platform down to the ground. So we're going to continue to feed these small buffers, and I need to use these small buffers because if I have a pipe and I use a gate to tell me when the I'm going to go one more. Actually, no, I'm not going to go one more, because what I need to put there is something different. If I use a gate and pipe to try and pipe the isotopes in, what will happen is that will detect that this is full, but the pipe will be full of a bunch of isotopes, so they'll kind of just pop out, and they'll despawn after a period of time, and I don't want that. So this translocator chain, or this buffer chain, will stop that, and that was the other thing I needed. I needed a translocator, an advanced translocator. We're going to have to go over. We might have to steal one out of this recipe block that I've got over here, a crafting block. So this is the electric translocator. This is the advanced translocator, which is an interesting one because you can use it to pipe it to different faces. It doesn't have to actually be facing the face that you want to pipe to. That's how you make a large electric buffer. And an advanced buffer is made using pardon me, a small electric buffer, and the small electric buffer is crafted by placing a large buffer into your crafting grid. So we wanted to take just the ordinary translocator. Pardon me. And we will this goes here. Okay, so that's the input side, the green. On the other side is red, and then we are going to place an iron chest. Ooh, why did I throw that? Oh, I guess because... weird. It's the rays. They're not enough item. Auto... what is it? The putting blocks automatically when you run out into your hotbar, whatever that's called. And so now all we need is to power this block. And for now, I am probably... Probably just going to power it with a single solar panel, and then we'll give it a bit of a test and we'll see whether or not... Oop, oop. Do I have any here? No. We'll go and grab an advanced solar panel. Can't use any bigger than an advanced solar panel because the translocators only accept 32 EU per tick, which is what an advanced solar panel produces, or it outputs. It generates 8, I believe. So the ingot disappears. And there it goes. And we pick it up. I don't know where it ends up, but yeah. So it's translocating the stuff okay. Still not sure if this is the solution or whether I'm going to place a crafting table here. I may place a crafting table here, I think. Oh, crap. Like I have tons of stone. So I might place a crafting table here and place an iron chest with if we look at with these near depleted uranium cells in one side because they stack, and then coal dust in the other because again that stacks, and then it'll craft them as needed, particularly considering this thing takes it creates in a full cycle, which is about a bit over 13 hours, creates 400 of these things are enriched uranium cells, and I don't think they stack either, so they will probably need to have, so I'll have a chest here for those, and I'll probably have another crafting table and have another chest with coal in it, and I may try and balance it up so that... Oh, I did it again! Annoying! It's the problem with this Vajra. It just does... Or Vajra. It just does so much. It's worse than having an efficiency 5 pick. Turn the engine off. So yeah, I might try and balance this up. So I have, because I've got the 2 chests there, I have a chest here and a chest here. Somehow. Probably bring... It's going to be a bit hard. Anyway, I'll figure it out. So yeah, that's the feeding part of the reactor taken care of. We need to start work on building the dense copper plates, and the dense copper plates, I need a large number of those, and each dense copper plate takes one advanced alloy, and I want to say 2 copper plates, wait a minute, that's it, heat capacity reactor plating. So it's 2 dense copper and a reactor plating, and the reactor plating is dense copper and advanced alloy. So I need, for each one of these, I need 3 dense copper plates and an advanced alloy. And advanced alloy is made in the rolling machine. I have a stack of mixed metal ingots here. If we place them into the compressor, they'll get compressed into advanced alloy. That will be enough. I don't need quite a stack of dense copper plating, I believe. I'm trying to think how many I need. I'll need to have a look. Just bear with me. I'll figure out how many I need, and then we might make our dense copper plating and fit it into the reactor. and then maybe even take the reactor up, maybe even take the reactor up to temperature is what I was trying to say. So I will be right back. Okay, so we have our dense copper plates. I've made a few too many though, and I'll just quickly explain what this plating does. The reactor plating increases the maximum hull temperature for a reactor, so that a reactor is capable of handling, which increases its meltdown temperature, of course, which is where, you know, at the point at which the reactor will explode. The different grades of reactor plating do different stuff. Like this standard reactor plating decreases the explosion radius as well, and decreases the, I think, decreases the amount of damage that the explosion does by a certain percentage per plating. We want maximum heat capacity. Made one too many copper plates, which is why we are going with the heat capacity reactor plating. And I didn't need all that copper either. As you can see, I still have a ton of copper in my chest here. So this reactor plating, once we place it in, you'll notice that I will have a look at the information display panel, the industrial information display panel, over here. And you can see that it has max heat 10,000, melting 8,500. So when it exceeds 8,500, there's a chance it'll go off. When it exceeds 10,000, it's 100% chance. The melting point is, I don't know what percentage chance it is, but when we place these dense reactor plating, or this heat plating in the pattern that I have decided, which is thusly, oops, so that's the pattern that I want. And here we'll have 4 thorium isotopes, and then we're going to have a couple of these fellas here, component heat exchangers, one here, one here, one here, one here. So I'll need to make them as well. And they use dense copper plates, so it's not like I've wasted the copper. And then we have the 2 of these component coolers, which are made using tin, and actually I might use some aluminium for that. So that will be the remainder of the components. But as you can see, we now have a melting temperature of 74,800 and a max heat capacity of 88,000. Now, that's important for a breeder reactor because it needs to run at very high temperatures in order to be really productive. And the one that I'm designing, I'm going to be running it at about 60,000 degrees. So that's pretty cool. This is what excites me about this whole pack, is that, well, this whole nuclear thing is that, you know, you're pushing things to extremes constantly. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to take some of these uranium cells, and we're going to bring the reactor up to temperature. And the way we do that is we actually actually what I might do is I might make a remote, not a remote sensor, but a thermal, what you call it, you know what I'm talking about, thermal monitor, which is, if we go to therm, one of these things here, thermal monitor, advanced IC, and some reinforced glass, and a redstone. We don't have any advanced ICs. Actually, I don't need that many of those. I'm not sure if I need any. Yep, that'll do. 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we'll run over to reactor central. Kind of annoyed by the latest update of Minecraft. Well, not the latest update, but the, you know, the 1.4 onwards. It is kind of annoying that you clip into blocks now, like inside solid blocks and transparent blocks, and that's what I wanted. You get kind of stuck on them when you're trying to run. It's particularly bad in Feed the Beast, because you have the crazy sprint, but it does happen in normal Minecraft now. That's what I want, and we're going to go and place this. That you get kind of stuck in a solid block when you, particularly if you're sidestepping towards stuff. Like if you're in a 1x1 tunnel and you kind of sidestep into the side. Okay, so what we do in here is we set this for 60,000. And what this will do is when it hits 60,000, it'll emit redstone signal, and it will turn the reactor off. So what we want to do is place our 4 isotopes in like so, and when we turn this on, it should start to heat up. We'll see the temperature go up, as you can see, and it's going up kind of quickly too. Figured I might as well take advantage of the power being generated by the reactor. As you can see, it's quite on fire now because it's very, very high temperature. So I've fitted this MFE, and I'll use the MFE to actually power these systems here, because this will generate a little bit of power. 4 EU per tick as it's replenishing the uranium, so hopefully that will be enough. I mean, it produces 4 million EU over the 13-hour period, so we might as well harness that power and use it. And as we can see, we're getting close to 60,000, 54,000 now. We go inside, we can have a bit of a look at the reactor being on fire, and I can stand on a burning hot reactor even though it's on fire. Oh, I can't even get up there. It's kind of amazing. I really do like it. This one we might turn. Don't emit energy. Yes. 57,000. We're nearly there. Here's Nugget coming in to interrupt my... Here we go. Here we go. Nearly there. Hopefully it'll turn off. Yep. Beautiful. I fitted an alarm here. So, so that's an industrial alarm. So that's beautiful. Exactly 60,000 heat. That's exactly where I wanted it to run. So, so that's exactly where I wanted it to be at 60,000 degrees. Perfect. And that, I think I might call the episode there. And that, very good. I'm real happy with the progress I made today in this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. A bit of edge of your seat stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and keep on digging.